If we talk about the agentic loop for a moment, um, it's essentially plan, act, and reflect um, as a consistent pattern that begins with us providing input as a directive. So the agent takes that directive into account, and with the help of all the tools and memory that we give it, it will build context and understanding about how to achieve that objective that we've shared. And eventually it will build a plan. And then it will ask for us to approve that plan and begin implementation. And when it's finished with the implementation, the agent will then take stock of what it has built and assess the results, possibly with tests or a browser, and it will commit those findings to memory and possibly generate a new plan to make adjustments and so on. This cycle will repeat over and over again until we reach some sort of an outcome. And this may sort of seem half obvious to many of you, but if you as a user are aware of that flow, you're often working more in harmony with the natural structure and sequence of that agentic loop. And so Claude Code's modes also very loosely reflect the stages of this workflow. By default, you can switch with Shift-Tab between the default mode for normal chat and exploration, plan mode for analysis of a stated objective, and the generation of a plan document as output, and then accept edits or recently auto mode to keep annoying permissions checks to a minimum when you are ready to start. And I should, of course, mention that for those living on the edge, there's also the dangerously skip permissions config flag, or aka YOLO mode, which can be set by editing your config and can basically just set Claude to do whatever it pleases it run for a long time without prompt. So one of the most popular kind of mnemonics for a typical personal Claude Code workflow is EPCC, or Explore, Plan, Code, Commit. I personally also think of testing, refinement, and documentation as sort of indispensable parts of that cycle, but nothing catchy comes to mind for EPCTRDC. So if you remember anything, rather than trying to remember explore, plan, code, test, refine, document, commit, just remember that it's worth exploring and planning thoroughly before you start coding. Don't take the first answer. Claude is always eager to get going and be off to the races, but it's always advisable to really take time to review the plan, get to a point where you feel somewhat confident with it, and feel like you're familiar with the plan that you're ready to start with a high degree of confidence that you'll be successful. And Claude is also very happy to help with that. You can ask it to explore things, to go back and forth with you, to explain something to you. It's very accommodating in that way.